Hello, hello. You like my shirt? Cheesy claws shirt. So, as I mentioned yesterday, today is the day that I start on my first official prop of 2016. Basically, I'm making another tombstone to go out into the cemetery. And as you might recall, I enjoy making props that have references to old horror movies. Like last year I did the Nosferatu tombstone. I like doing stuff like that because, I mean, horror movies and Halloween go hand in hand, so yeah, I think it's pretty cool. So for this project, I am planning on making a tombstone for Carrie White. Now, for most of you, I'm sure you've seen the original film, and the tombstone in that is not so much a tombstone, it's actually more of a cross that's made out of a for sale sign. And that's cool and all, but it doesn't quite fit my cemetery. So instead, for this, I'm going to base it off of the 2013 remake, which is an actual tombstone that says Carrie White, and then like it has spray paint on it, says burns in hell. So I'm gonna do that. I think that'll look very cool. I'm planning on making it about 3 feet tall total, and maybe like 4 inches thick or so, something like that. That's usually how thick I do it. So yeah, I got my foam all laid out, ready to go. And the first step is going to be to trace out a basic design. So, let's get started. Alright, so there is the basic shape. It's very, very simple. Nothing crazy in this one at all. I always try and freehand it a little bit because I don't like tombstones looking like nice and symmetrical, because in real life they're not. If they were that old sitting in a cemetery, they wouldn't be all nice and symmetrical. So I like freehanding them a little bit to where they're a little bit off, you know, and if they end up being too much off, I can always like sand it down a little bit to make it fit. So I mean, this is definitely not perfect. You can see I actually kind of messed up and had to do a second line, but it'll work out once I carve this piece out, and then I'll lay it down over here and carve a second identical piece. And then once I get them like glued together and everything, I can sand them and like sculpt them a little bit to make them a little bit more uniform. So yeah, step 1 is complete, sort of. Alright, here is the first piece. Looks good. I just gotta pull the little plastic pieces off on there. But I kind of messed up going on the side right there. Got a little bit choppy right around there. But then again, like I said, I like imperfections. It gives it character. Now, unfortunately, this may be all I could do right now, because I have to go pick up my sister from work, and then by the time I finish doing that, I'd have to go to work. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'm probably gonna leave it for now, and then tonight when I get home from work, I'll cut out the other side and maybe start trying to get it glued together and stuff. It's nice to say that I have officially started my first project. And we're back. There we have both sides of the tombstone. Now obviously, as I mentioned earlier, they do not match up perfectly right now. So that will be fixed later on when I sand it all down to make it all nice and even. But yeah, looks pretty decent. I'm going to make a base as well. The base is probably gonna be about that wide, so maybe like 2 more layers of that, and I'm gonna have it kind of like flat and then up at an angle like it was in the movie. Yeah. However, I'm not gonna do that tonight because right now it's like 2:30 in the morning and I'm about ready for bed, and now all of a sudden my work schedule switches and I have to work in the morning. So that's gonna be a little bit rough. So I'm going to go get some sleep so that I can do that tomorrow, and then tomorrow evening I'll do a little bit more work on this. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.